Well, good morning guys, welcome back, thanks for joining us again. I just want to clear something up. At this point in the video I always say, if you're liking these videos, give us a subscribe, give us the thumbs up. And I just wanted to put it out there that when you click the subscribe button, it doesn't cost anything. It's a very misleading word. You're not subscribing to anything. Basically all you're doing is following us. It just makes it easier for you to find our videos next time you want to watch them. So clicking the subscribe button doesn't cost a penny. We've been speaking to people who watch our videos and said that they didn't want to subscribe because they couldn't afford, and not knowing that it was actually free to do. So there you go. All it does is that when you click that, it makes it easier to find us, but it gives us better viewing on YouTube. So the more people that click the subscribe button, it puts our videos out to more and more people, and it gets us out there more in the YouTube world. So if you're liking these videos, give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you want to check out more exclusive footage, behind the scenes, early access, remember you can always check out our Patreon site as well. Right, so the last time you saw us, we'd just come up the Anderton boat lift and we was over in Anderton. We're now in Middlewich. We've had a couple of days off filming. We've made it down to here. We've been and done our shopping, so all our cupboards are full of food, we've got a full tank of water, and we're ready for the off. And what a better day could you ask for? It's blue sky, it's sun shining, there isn't too much of a wind. It's a fantastic day. It's also a bittersweet day. It's a bit of a sad day for us today. And the reason for that is, for the past 6 months, we've been planning our trip down to Oxford, and we've planned it with Malcom, and that's been the plan all along, to go there. Unfortunately, due to personal circumstances, Malcom isn't going to be able to join us on the rest of the journey down towards Oxford. So as we move on today, unfortunately, we're going to be leaving Malcom behind. So yeah, we've had 6 months of fantastic cruising, lots of laughs and giggles. We've just had the most amazing time sharing that with Malcom. But unfortunately, like I say, Malcom has to go his separate ways. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and the plan is that later on towards the back end of the year, Malcolm's going to come and play catch up and meet up with us somewhere down south, wherever we are. So yeah, so it's not all doom and gloom. We will be meeting up somewhere. It's just later on in the year that we'll play catch up. So it's not goodbye, it's just I'll see you later. Right, I'm just going to put this out there quickly before we set off, because Lou's not with me at the minute and she doesn't know about this. But one of the items that we make are windlass holders, and although I make windlass holders for every man and the dog on the canal and ship them out, Lou very rarely has one, and one of her favourite colours is purple, and we've never stocked any purple ones. So I've managed to get hold of some purple leather dye, and Louise now has her own purple shoulder windlass holder. So I was up till late last night stitching this together and keeping it away from her so she didn't see it. So when she's ready for doing the locks, she's got this. Right, I need to go and get her, then she can see it. Right, you know your favourite colour's purple?
Yeah.
And you haven't got a windlass holder?
Yeah.
So, I stayed up last night and you have got a purple shoulder windlass holder.
Oh wow, look at the colour on that, that's awesome. Happy days. I like it. Come on, let's go and do some locks.
That sounds like a plan. Come on, let's get some locks done. Well, I've just had a call from Lou. She's walked up to the first lot that we get to here in Middlewich, and there are boats already coming down, so we're just waiting for them to come out the locks and then we can go straight in. And as it happens, we have a volunteer lockie on today. He's not official CRT lockie, but some of you might know him. So I'll show you him in a moment. He's going to help us get through the locks in Middlewich. So that's all good. So we're just getting to the top of our first lock of the day, and I don't know if you can see, but just over there is our volunteer lockie for the day for getting through Middlewich. None other than Malcom.
Can I close it down?
Try.
You'll have to stay in the middle. You'll have to stay in the middle because the pound's down quite a lot.
Malcom. No way.
Well, this is a very big turning point. This is a very big milestone. We're just outside the entrance to Wardle Canal, which leads us onto the Middlewich branch of the Shropshire Union, and that's the way we would normally go when we've been heading down to Nantwich. But this is the first time. The next lock just in front of us now is King's Lock, and once we hit King's Lock we're on fresh virgin waters. We've never been on them with Lady Brian, we've certainly never vlogged them, so this is where the adventure really starts. New footage, new things, new sights, new smells. I am so looking forward to this. way. We're not moving.
Really? Push off. Oh, there we go. We're on the ledge.
Oh yeah, I'm hitting some of it water now. See you later. So that's it. Unfortunately, we've had to leave Malc behind now. He's going to get sorted, and like I say, he's going to come and catch us up at some point. Once he's sorted out what he needs to sort out. So at some point he will catch us up, but he needs to stay around this area for a little bit longer. So we might see him in the next few weeks, and then it could be the back end of the year before we meet up and start cruising again. So there we go. Right, Lou is now operating the locks. We're just going into this one. We've got at least another 4 to do, so let's crack on with it.
Boat coming.
Someone can't throw dog toys and decided to throw it over the boat into the canal.
Who did that?
So I'm on a rescue mission for dog toys. Morning. So we've made it to this spot, which is just outside Wheelock, and it's a fantastic mooring. We're out in the middle of nowhere. It's lovely and quiet. We haven't filmed being here because we've took advantage of being out in the middle of nowhere, and we have been frantically making stock. And that's because this weekend coming is Easter weekend, and we're gonna need all the stock we can get, fingers crossed. But it's time to move on today, and what a day it's going to be. There's two places that we're kind of looking to aim for, depending on which spot we go for depends on how many locks we're going to do, but we're looking around 20 to 23 locks to do today. They're pretty much all in quick succession. They're called the Cheshire locks, but a lot of people call it Heartbreak Hill, and that's what we're going to hit today. There are more locks that we're going to have to do tomorrow, but for today we think that's going to be more than enough. It's early morning. We need to get round the corner from where we are now into the centre of Wheelock, where we believe there's a service point. We can get rid of some rubbish, we can fill up with water, and then we can hit these locks hard. Are you coming? Come on then. So, first lock of the day, probably about another 22 to go. Let's see how we go. Well, I'm not sure whether the sound's being picked up on this because the wind has really picked up and it blew the external microphone off, so we've got to kind of sort that out. So we're just using the inbuilt microphone at the minute, so I don't know what the quality's like, but yeah, the wind has really picked up now and it is really blowing. We've done 11 locks so far, and we've got about another 12 to go. I'm not sure. Blimey, excuse me. Sorry about that. The wind blowing, catching me breath. Yeah, not sure whether we're going to stop in Road Heath and have some lunch, or whether we're just going to keep pushing and try and get through and just rest at the end of the day. We'll see how we feel when we get there and make a decision from there. So yeah, at least it's not raining. Well, we're just approaching Red Bull on the Trent and Mersey. I think we'll have done 23 locks, something like that. We've just got this one that we're in and one more to do, and then hopefully we can find somewhere to moor up. It's not been that much heartbreak, but my legs are sore. It's a lot of walking and a lot of pedalling. So hopefully we can find a nice mooring spot and moor up for the evening before we're off again tomorrow. But for now, let's get through this last lock. How you doing, Lou?
Yeah.